Hello, in this video I am going to review your homework from Exponent Property 1 and Exponent Property 2. So please make sure you are checking your assignment and fixing anything that you need to. Okay, Exponent Property number 1 says, when you multiply same base, you are adding exponents. So remember, you are rewriting the base, which in this case is 4, and you are adding your exponents. So 2 plus 2 is 4. So your answer for number 1 should have been 4 to the 4th. Number 2, you cannot see the exponent on the first base, so put a 1 above. You are multiplying same base, so we are rewriting the base of 4. Add your exponents. 1 plus 2 is 3. So 4 to the 3rd. And we want to keep these in exponential form. If you did multiply it through, it's not wrong. But again, I will just continue to keep them in this form. Okay, number 3. 3 to the 2nd times 3 to the 2nd. You are rewriting your base of 3. You are adding your exponents. 2 plus 2 is 4. Number 4. You have 2, so put a 1 above the 2, times 2 to the 2nd, times 2 to the 2nd. Rewrite your base of 2, and then again you should have taken your exponents and add them. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 more is 5. So 2 to the 5th. Number 5, there is now a coefficient in front. So remember, if the bases are different, you multiply those. 2 times 5 is 10. Now take your bases. N to the 4th times n to the 4th. Rewrite your base of n. Add your exponents. So 10n to the 8th. Number 6, put a 1 above your r. Your coefficients in front are different. So take your 6 times 5, which is 30. Now take your bases that are the same, r to the 1st times r to the 2nd. Rewrite your base, add your exponents. So 30r to the 3rd. Number 7, your coefficients in front are different. So we're going to take 2 times 6, which is 12. Your base of n is the same. So you're going to rewrite your n, add your exponents. 4 plus 4 is 8. So you should have had 12n to the 8th. Number 8, the 1 as your exponent you can't see, so I'm going to put that above. There's also a 1 in front as your coefficient. You do not need to write that, but you can. 6 times 1 is 6. And then rewrite your base of k. Add your exponents. 2 plus 1 is 3. So you should have had 6k to the 3rd. Okay, number 9. 5 times 8 is 40. And then when you put your 1 above your b became b to the 3rd. Number 10. 4 times 3 is 12. And then x to the 2nd times x to the 1st is x to the 3rd. Number 11, 6 times 2 is 12. And again, take your bases, x to the 1st times x to the 2nd. Rewrite it as x and add your exponents. 1 plus 2 is 3. Now number 12, we will accept 2 answers. Technically, your coefficient has the same base, so we should write it as 6 to the 2nd. If you put it as 36 for your coefficient, I'm okay with that as well. Your x becomes x to the 4th because 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay, so either 6 squared x to the 4th or 36 x to the 4th. Okay, so that was your first homework assignment that you should have checked. If you have more questions on that or something was confusing, please email me, Mrs. Sefcik, and I will either create another Zoom video for us, Zoom meeting, or make another YouTube video explaining this for you. Okay, your second assignment from last week was property 2, which says when you divide same base, you are subtracting exponents. Remember, it's bigger minus smaller. Keep the answer where the bigger exponent is. Okay? Number 1, start with your coefficients. 7 divided by 8 in your calculator. Math, enter, enter. It cannot be reduced any further, so you should have left that as 7/8. And then your n. You have n squared over n to the first, so you're going to keep it on top because the bigger exponent's on top. 2 minus 1 is 1. So 7n over 8. You do not have to leave the 1 there for the exponent, but you can. Okay, number 2. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is put our fraction bar. All right, let's look at our coefficients. 4 over 9 cannot be reduced any further. And again, you can check that on your calculator. 4 divided by 9, math, enter, enter. Okay, your r's, let me go to those r's next. The bigger exponent's on top, so your r is going to end up on top. 6 minus 2 is 4. Because again, when you divide same base, we subtract exponents. Your d to the third should have stayed on the bottom, okay, because there are no other d's in the problem, okay. Number 3, we have 9 to the second over 9 to the first. You're dividing same base, so you're rewriting the base, okay. Since that's the only thing that's there, your bigger exponent's on top, you're going to leave your answer on top as 9 or 9 to the first. You don't need your fraction bar unless that 9 was on the bottom. Okay, so if you had 9 over 1 as your answer, that is absolutely fine. Okay, number 4, if you took your calculator and did 6 divided by 9, math, enter, enter, that reduced to 2/3. Your r became r to the third on top, and your b became b to the first on top. Number 5, 7 over 8 cannot be reduced any further, so that should have stayed as 7/8. Your h becomes h to the first and goes on the bottom because the bigger exponent's on the bottom. Number 6, there is really a 1 in front, so if you try to reduce 1/6, it cannot be reduced anymore. Okay, the h is bigger exponents on the bottom, so I'm going to rewrite it on the bottom. 6 minus 1 is 5, and then your b is also going to go on the bottom because the 5 is bigger and it's on the bottom. 5 minus 1 is 4. So 1 over 6, h to the 5th, b to the 4th. Okay, all right, let's go up here. Number 7, so I'll go a little bit faster here. Again, if you need more explanation, please email me. So 3/9 on your calculator reduces to 1/3, and then your r becomes r to the 4th on the bottom because the bigger exponent's on the bottom. Number 8 is w to the second or w to the second over 1, again, because bigger exponent's on the top. Number 9, 5 divided by 7, math, enter, enter, cannot be reduced any further, so it stays as 5 over 7. The s becomes s to the third. Okay, it stays on top because the bigger exponent's there. The d becomes d to the second, stays on top, because again, that's where the bigger exponent is. Okay, number 10. Okay, we have 6 over 4, which reduces to 3 over 2. The C becomes C to the first, stays on the bottom. The G becomes G to the third, stays on top. Okay, and you don't need that little exponent of 1 on your C. Number 11, when you made your fraction bar, here's one where you do need this fraction bar. Because that larger exponent is in the denominator, the answer has to stay on the bottom of the fraction or it's wrong. So 1 over 3 to the third. Number 12, same thing, you need a fraction bar. 4 minus 1 is 3. So it's going to be 1 over y to the third. Okay, so that's the end of last week's assignment. Hopefully that helps. You will be hearing about 2 more properties in today's lesson that I will be reviewing with you from things we did in class this year. Hope everyone's doing well. Have a good day.